everybody. Matt Hill. I'm here at the SPE Hydraulic Fracturing Conference 2024.
Yes, we are.
And just, look, I'm blessed. I get to run into fellow podcasters, energy education leaders. Introduce yourself.
So hi, everyone. My name is Massiel Diez, and I'm the co-founder of Flipping the Barrel podcast.
The best podcast. Don't follow mine, follow hers.
Thank you. And yeah, basically Flipping the Barrel was created 4 years ago with JV and myself because we wanted to interview leaders in the energy space to find out about their life stories, but also just their career journeys, because as we were going through our careers, we wanted to look up to different leaders and, how did you do it? What kind of challenges did you face? And also focusing on women in the industry, as there's not that many, and we're
not enough.
Not enough. We see progress, but we still want more. And so we wanted to also highlight women in the industry and kind of ask how they did it, and what are some of the advice that they can offer us as we were going through our careers.
Just like all of us, stand on the shoulders of giants, right?
Yep.
And I mean, why reinvent the wheel whenever I can go and take
advice from
everybody's success and combine it in our own little thing. And I'm lucky, fortunate, whatever you want to call it, blessed, but God's always put amazing women leaders in my life, right? So, my mom, my sisters, people I've worked with. A lot of
strong women out there, yeah.
Amazing. And I have daughters now and a wife that sells directional, so I'm constantly aware the more diversity of thought we can bring in our industry, I'm in my little brain.
Yeah.
And if I have everybody's, ideas on the table, then we're not going to miss anything. And we're going to have a better, stronger, faster, more reliable, abundant industry and energy source.
Well, it's proven that a more diverse team will be more successful, and just diversity of thought. It's not just gender, but just where people come from, their backgrounds, how they were raised. Just bringing that diversity to groups is really how we can continue to innovate change. And just with all of the changes in the industry, with the energy transition, we need all of the brains
energy
together.
Energy addition. I gotta keep bringing that up. I know we're getting caught in that too. Energy addition.
I like that. Energy addition. We're not going anywhere. There will be fossil fuels for the longest time that I can think of, at least until we're alive.
And really what keeps hammering that on me is, because I candidly ask, my daughter, hey, what do you think about getting into oil and gas, as you've, graduating, soon? Well, there won't be any jobs. There won't be any oil and gas. And I'm like, we need to rein back in that energy
that mentality
addition.
too. Yeah. So I would say with Flipping the Barrel or Energy YK, that podcast I was telling you about, that's for Gen Zs.
Yeah, tell them about that.
So why this is important is because we've had a bad rep for the industry for the longest time, right? The younger generation thinks that we're this big, bad industry that nobody wants to go into. They want to go into tech and all these other things. But what they don't know is just the amount of opportunities that this industry has in tech, in innovation, in science, and engineering, and the energy addition. This is where things are going to be happening. So that's what we like to tell the young talent out there, is that you should come here, because this is where all the fun stuff is going to happen. So
the more manual labor, if you will, of our industry taken away, the more automation, and that's where all that comes in. The real STEM people. I mean, I love that. Please, you got to follow my pal here. She's going to bring a lot to the table every single time you see her. If you haven't followed Flipping the Barrel, what even got you? How did you even get to that?
All right, so
I want to know.
Okay, so Jamie and I met 4.5 years ago, and the podcast is really what sparked our friendship, as we had just known each other for about...
You didn't like her at all before?
No,
that's what she said. You heard it here first.
We had just met 2 weeks into starting a podcast, and so we met, we hit it off. It was somebody that I vibed with, and that we had the same ambitions career-wise. We had the same thoughts. Men had been huge advocates for us in our careers.
I mean, I'm a fan.
And we are all about women supporting women, so that's why we decided joining forces and interviewing people to help the industry as a whole, but also to shine a positive light on the industry. And so literally we had a lunch. We decided to start the podcast 2 weeks later without knowing how to do a podcast. We just Googled and YouTubed how to start a podcast. Gary Vee showed up and was like, buy this on Amazon, and we did. And that's kind of how I kicked off on the word Flipping the Barrel, or, our logo.
It's impressive.
We were just throwing different names out there, the typical And I'm not even going to name all the random names we had. And
What's the worst one you came up with?
the typical like octane something,
Yeah.
or like it's overused a little bit. But even our logo is like an oil drop, and so we decided
I
to
can't have
think
enough of those,
differently.
right.
And Jamie mentioned flipping the barrel as we were throwing out names, and that was the one that we both kind of stared at each other. And when you know. And we knew that was the name for the podcast.
Jamie, thank you for letting me borrow your partner today. She's amazing. I can see why you like her. And I'm so proud of you guys.
Thanks.
I'm honored to know you. I can't help but promote you, and just keep doing what you're doing. Okay?
Thank you, Matt.
Take care. God bless you. Follow. How do man? I'm going to let you go. How do people follow you? What's all the best ways?
So our website is www.flippingthebarrel.com. We love Dyna. They're a big sponsor. And you can find us there, or you can find us at Massiel Diez on LinkedIn, or at Jamie Elrod on LinkedIn. But we also have a Flipping the Barrel page where we post tons of content that I think is very useful.
Yep.
On Fridays, we do our Fun Fact Fridays with Liberty.
Fun Fact
where
Fridays.
It's we tell people about why the industry is so important. So we post pictures of kind of what you're wearing. We say this is because of fossil fuels. The glasses you have on are because of hydrocarbons. And so
you got to get a pair of these.
We educate people on our industry through this page.
Well, what's the last thing? Oh, what are you doing now? Who are you working for?
So I work for SLB.
SLB.
Biggest oil field
know.
technology company in the world.
Have you heard of SLB?
Have you heard of them?
They got a big booth here. It's cool.
And I work with them. It's been 11 years straight out of college, and I'm super happy and proud to be there.
They're impressive. They're global.
Yes.
They got a lot of they're a technology and tool company now for the most part. It's been neat to watch them. I'm always following. Everybody is. You gotta again stand on
They're
the
the
shoulder.
pioneers leading the way for sure, and I think everyone's looking for sure at what we're doing.
Yeah, you got to. All right, I'm gonna cut you loose, but again, follow my pal, support all her efforts, and cheer her on because her podcast is better than mine.
No, yours is awesome too. Thanks, Matt.
Bye.